Hey everyone, hope you guys are all having a great day. This week is going to be massive, massive, massive. We're either going to have great data come out as far as CPI, FOMC minutes, PPI. That's going to make Bitcoin launch up towards $80,000. Or we're going to have horrible inflation data and horrible FOMC minutes, and that's going to bring Bitcoin back down to the lower 60s here, which is definitely going to be something more of a disaster. So let's talk about the news here today, what we have to be looking forward to, and why you guys are going to be making different trades based off of how you guys feel about the current market conditions. So to get started off here, we got Plan B. I love Plan B. He does have some great forecasts years in advance. This is his best guess Bitcoin scenario for 2024 to 2028. He posted this about 9 hours ago, and I think I agree with it in parts. I suck at the longer term forecasting, so I'm just gonna trust him on that one. But as far as 2024 end of year, he's projecting somewhere around $150,000 or 0.15 million. I could see that happening. I could see it. Will it get up that high? I really don't know. My projection right now is I'm just waiting for Bitcoin to get to 104,000. Whatever happens after that, I'll readjust, buy some more crypto, do some dollar cost averaging, and the same things as before. Because really, that might not happen until like November or post, rate cut season here. So we'll see. 2025, 0.8 million. 2026, down to 0.4. 2027, down to 0.3. 2028, still up a little bit more, but still down to 0.4 here. So that's interesting right there. I'm wondering how this is all going to work. Again, that's still 0.4 million. That's still a great price for Bitcoin, but I think people will be a little bit more concerned about what happens when Bitcoin's just not going up every other year. Again, we'll have to wait and see. Now, as far as Bitcoin's concerned, as far as some of the news going on that I wanted to talk to you guys about today, we got just in U.S. presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to speak at the world's largest Bitcoin conference next month. I really am hoping we can get some other politicians besides him there. I just saw him in Austin, Texas last week over at Consensus, and I thought he was a pretty good orator of what he wants to do with Bitcoin. I like his policy ideas a little bit here, but I want to see Biden in there and Trump. I want to hear their ideas because I guarantee you, Biden and Trump are going to have a debate, I think, sometime this month. Do you think CNN is going to even ask about crypto policy? Tell me, do you? I don't believe they are at all. Before we go forward, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like and comment something, whether it be your favorite token. That's not those scam tokens I hear about all the time. Or if you guys are looking at Trump's policy, RFK's policy, or Biden's policy as being your favorite. There's no wrong answers with any of this stuff, by the way. People may nag you, but stick to your political gun, so to speak. Now, this is what I love to see here. This is, again, just why we hold on and how it's actually speeding up here. We're actually seeing more inflows right now. Crypto investments soar with $2 billion of inflow amid U.S. macroeconomic shifts. Again, those shifts, I would actually say political shifts as well, causing some good moves in the crypto markets here. And it's another reason why Bitcoin's actually holding while maybe altcoins are not doing so hot right now. Crypto trading volume jumps 55% as inflows hit second longest streak since SEC approval. That's what you want to see. You guys know it's been kind of boring. I ain't gonna lie, it's been boring. However, to see everybody making a position here for that larger move up, setting everything up for themselves, that's what we're looking for here. And this is why I'm afraid that Bitcoin's not gonna just go parabolic going into the end of the year. Well, I think eventually we are going to have to see another consolidation, another breakout, and not just boom, 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 boom like we've had in the past. It seems like Wall Street money is a little bit more tactical, as to be expected here. Now, in the latest weekly report, CoinShares observed that these financial instruments saw that net inflows of $2 billion last week, matching the total inflows recorded in May. Additionally, this marks the fifth consecutive week of positive inflows, with assets drawing around $4.3 billion worth of investments during the period. All right. This is all good news. People are still buying right now, and that buying is really affecting mostly Bitcoin. And I'll show you that in a little bit here. So when we talk about inflation, you guys know that we've been going sideways for a while. After this month, we're no longer going to have this 4.1 be this like huge bar. It'll kind of be the top is 3.7, the low will be 3.0. And man, this is going to be kind of a nightmare for us because this is kind of like stagflation, if you will. Inflation's still going up. Rates are still going up at the same pace, and so nobody's really making any money. Nobody's getting better off here, especially if you guys with the lower economic, part of the lower economic system. I don't know what you want to call that, but basically, what we're hoping for tomorrow is 3.4%. The trading economics forecast is 3.4. The official consensus is 3.4, and the previous number was 3.4 right here. If it's 3.4, we're actually in pretty good shape. Hopefully services inflation will be lower than expected. That's kind of something important that's part of the CPI data here. But if we come in at 3.5, disaster. 3.6, mega disaster. 3.3, hallelujah, Bitcoin jumps to the moon here, and we're going to be looking at some fantastic things going forward. But you guys have to understand, we have this coming in very early in the morning, like when most of us on the West Coast, we're going to be asleep. East Coast, you guys are already awake, but you guys haven't started your workday just yet, most likely. So early data, if you guys have the chance to wake up early just to see it, that's going to be your best bet here, just so you guys can trade appropriately, because it is going to be kind of volatile going up into that moment here. And the big reason is this. We were all hoping that we would break down below this support level here with the dollar index, and we would start heading back down here towards 103.21, down here to like 103.17, kind of that next level of support, and that'd be the catalyst in part to get Bitcoin to break out and start heading up to 75, 80, 85, $90,000 here. And that still hasn't come to fruition just yet. And while it's kind of annoying, don't get me wrong, this was all after a jobs report. A single jobs report did all of that. Plus, going into last night and yesterday for us, we had a European EU election going on in Europe, and it was kind of a weird thing because we saw that the far right, as you would put it, as they put it in Europe, I would just say different political views, right? Far right, they were actually getting a lot more ground. The center right still held their kind of dominance, but you're seeing a little bit more type of feelings here. And I think that's kind of causing a little bit of tensions there, because you saw the euro come down hard this morning, which was not the best for them, of course. Now, what do we have? The dollar is coming back down a little bit here. We might even come back down to 105 level. Again, this is only pennies and pennies and pennies, but this does give the opportunity for Bitcoin to continue going up in the short term here up until Wednesday, which I think is going to be absolutely fantastic. We just don't want to see any bad economic data coming out tomorrow that makes us break out again, because then, Bitcoin will have actually a pretty nasty move down before that PPI and CPI data comes out. Let's take a look at Bitcoin here. This is going to be your daily chart, your 4-hour chart, your hourly chart, and your 15-minute chart. You can see everything at this point is actually pretty bullish. The only caveat being here is, whoa, the daily chart is still at this massive level of resistance. So you're technically not wanting to buy right now unless you're dollar cost averaging. And even then, I'm not really enticed by any type of dollar cost averaging right now. We're kind of too close up to this big data announcement as far as CPI, FOMC minutes. I don't really want to take the chance there to get wrecked here. And that's just personally me. I've been doing my dollar cost averaging. My dollar cost averaging has been fine so far. I'm back to being negative, by the way. But overall, we're looking for those larger breakouts here. But this is what you're looking at here. Daily chart, still looking at resistance levels. You're playing the bounce off the 20. As we go over here to the 4-hour chart, we're barely hanging on to the support level here, and I mean barely. So again, it's not the best thing to be doing. The 1-hour chart, you're barely trying to break out, and you really haven't had the best luck so far on that one. And the 15, you're currently facing a double top here, which is definitely just, not the best scenario for us going forward here. If you zoom out a little bit, you can at least see we're trying to push our way back up here towards 70,500. That is a play that you guys could be hoping for, but your stop losses at this point are going to be very tight indeed. Probably somewhere back around 69,000 bucks, which is, it's decent here, but I don't know if it's going to give you the best ratio for, bang for your buck for making the investment. We'll have to wait and see here. Now, a couple things. As far as Bitcoin's concerned, as we zoom out, just as always, we're still looking fine here, right? We're still fine on the weekly chart. Oscillators are not bullish just yet, but what will kickstart them here is going to be CPI data. It's not going to be just whales coming in at this point, unfortunately, because a lot of people have shorts. We have to break above 72,000. We're going to have to see that short squeeze that we talked about the other day. And then from there, we have to see the oscillator start to point in that direction. And the big ones, of course, are going to be the weeklies here. If I were to squeeze this down for you guys very fast, squeeze, we see negative or bearish. We got bullish right here with the stochastic, and we got bearish, but almost turning to bullish, almost on the RSI. So I think we might need 1 or 2 more weeks, and I think by that point in time, that gives us the breakout, right? And that gives us the hold above the new support level, and then following those, everything turning green right here, boom, then we start looking to the moon. This is where we start looking for $80,000 plus, and of course, that next Fibonacci level after we've taken step by step by step, taking us up here towards $104,000, the promised land, where all of our altcoins will also be making us some good money. And as far as what's actually popping off today, I've been looking for something to trade, and it's just not really hitting my vibe right now. Most of it's just just waiting and watching. If you guys do want to make this trade here, Oasis is up 8%. Monera's up 7%. Monera's been a good one for day trading. If you ask me, the patterns are pretty simple and they're not too, there's not too many fake outs, if you will. Mantra's doing okay. I don't like Mantra as much as for day trading personally. Flare is doing okay. Again, not something I prefer to trade. Beam token's really popping off today. Byte, Cat with Hat, Ponk, Hoppy, Mitchie, I think that's how you say Mitchie, and Maneki, all doing fairly well right here. And Ben the Dog is still doing great after going up 1,000% in the last 30 days. I might wait for that to cool down a little bit here, but you're seeing some tokens right now having some great moves. Byte is at a market cap of 17 million. You guys probably aren't trading that too much, but something like a Cat with Hat at 58 million, maybe you're having more opportunities there. Ponk, maybe you're having some opportunities there too. But really, guys, take it easy, relax. There's a lot of stuff out there right now, and I think you guys are going to find a lot of potential here. Once we just have this CPI data out, everything's going to get a little bit easier here. And to finish off the video here, I saw this video online and I thought this was hilarious. So this guy dumped this girl, and then these two girls are egging the ex-boyfriend's house, but watch what happens.
They egging that shit too. Damn! Damn! They in the blue truck. Hey, look at it. Oh, here they get outside. Damn! They just got smacked.
Ooh, make sure to hit subscribe, everybody. Yeah, that was absolutely wild. Make sure to subscribe, everybody. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys later on tonight. The stream will be from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock or 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. My sister officially comes back tonight. I thought she was going to come back the other day, but apparently that was just for boxes and stuff. So she'll be back tonight. I got to have dinner with her. Thanks.